Hi, I completely condone the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Obviously, that's why I'm supporting Ukraine. I think, to be honest, the separatists, extremists in Donbass, Luhansk, Donetsk, and Crimea are the scum, because if they wanted to be part of Russia, they could have just fucked off back to Russia. They're so biased to Putin. Their homeland is Russia, not Ukraine, and he got such a shit vile excuse of a leader Russia who will be going to hell one day, and I'm sure Ukrainians would hope in the worst way for him. Also, I think personally, if people want to protest outside embassies, Russian embassies in Europe or America or Canada or Australia, and they're going to call up the police will say, well, this is a democratic country, you're not a democratic country, so we ain't going to help you. However, the protesters like to protest because there's no democracy, no freedom of speech. Or at least anti-war protesters in Moscow are they're proper Russians. Like, any Russians who hate them are rats. Like the police, obviously, in Moscow, and then football hooligans and so on. And so, yeah, basically, I think the only downfall, the only thing I'm going to regret, well, the only thing I don't regret, of course, is the reality of how the Second World War planned out, in a way that, yeah, I'm happy the Nazis got their asses destroyed, of course, but to be honest, they were better than the Russians at the end of the Second World War, and the Nazis were scum, but the Russians were worse. I'm sure the soldiers haven't got any better. They carried out every crime against humanity, but it's in their blood. And I won't be surprised if it happens with the police and the commissioner will be like, oh, well, shouldn't do it again. Because that's what it's about. And, yeah. And that's how it is for them. And since when they annexed Crimea, I'm thinking, what a waste of a country. What a waste of their economy could have be, like, each part of the economy could be boosting other country's economy. But unfortunately, the existence of a country that wants to go and do this kind of stuff. So yeah. And imagine if, I guess, the Second World War, Moscow was taken, and so on, but the Nazis still ended up getting battered. Then Putin probably would be in power, hopefully wouldn't be in power by now. And the best thing, actually, after the Second World War, was the collapse of the Soviet Union. And these countries getting their independence and getting the freeway and everything. And for many, able to join NATO, but for Ukraine, they couldn't because of this scumbag in charge of Russia. And it was a mistake that Russia even let him get near power. Because you can imagine him in a James Bond as an evil secret agent, and the best karma would have come for him in those movies. But unfortunately, he's become their leader and wants to screw up Europe. But we can't let that happen. We've got to put crippling sanctions that will destroy the Russian economy and everything that makes them strong. And if they want to carry out cyber attacks, we've got to have a way to retaliate, which will make them regret. Because to be honest, we should make them regret being the nationality they are and the people they are, if they want to do this to the world. Well, especially at the moment to Ukraine, but if they want to go any further, and almost great support for Ukraine, stability, peace and security in Europe, the West, Asia, Africa, wherever you can't get dirty Russian hands on at the moment and in the future. So I've got to say how it is. And they don't even have a democracy, and they say they're not a communist country anymore. Well, they're a fascist country. Putin's doing a Hitler. And yeah. I think this video has hopefully said a lot what is needed to be said. Because, to be honest, I said it how it is. I spoke for Ukraine. I speak for any other country who feel threatened. Especially from a Soviet or anyone in Eastern Europe. I think personally Russia should be thrown out of World Cup qualification, banned from even qualifying for the next 3 World Cups and European Championships, not be able to have a team in the Champions League or Europa League or UEFA Conference League, no Nations League, no Olympics, no Paralympics, no international sporting event to participate or to host. Same with China. But yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if more Russian athletes had failed to drug test at the Winter Olympics, because that's what Russia's about when it comes to athletics. Is failing drug tests cheating? You just only know how to play dirty in every way. That's the way they are. When there were women-offs, we're not happy with women-offs. The only bad thing they did was keeping people slaves. And maybe a couple of other bad things, which led to their downfall, but the downfall was replaced with scum ever since, and still is. And Russia fear for their security, that's nonsense, that's actually bollocks, they're just making excuses. So, yeah. thanks for watching anyway. I'm a person who believes in human rights, and I'm not a shit, I'm not a scumbag who would believe in taking away or not letting people have human rights. I believe in people who want to be gay. I got absolute good support for the LGBT, and anyone, whichever skin colour, I fully respect. And I respect some good education, where Russia really they're like apes when it comes to respecting democracy, people of all races, and their choices of sexuality. And I don't respect countries who don't. And I think you need to sort your shit out. But for Russia and China, maybe I just don't care right now. Okay. I've had this flag since the Crimea situation. Only for that, really. And then this turned up and I was like, just as well, I got that. I've got a few more. Obviously, England. Obviously, the Union Jack. Obviously, Ireland. Obviously, USA, Germany. And a few others. Okay, thanks. Brighton over here. The rest over here. And all you hooligans, guess what? No tournament to come to help English football fans, because guess what? Russia won't qualify. Probably will slaughter you, hopefully. And the fans will hopefully batter you. I'm up by.